Guardians of the Galaxy #1 by Donny, art by Geoff Shaw. So unfortunately, I wouldn't recommend reading this unless you have been following Donny Cates's work for a while. So you have his Thanos stuff, King Thanos, and then his Cosmic Ghost Rider storylines. As well, in addition to that, it would help if you've read Infinity Wars, which was also just terrible anyway, but you really kind of have to know what happened there to get into this. So, yeah, this is definitely not new reader friendly. And even as someone who has read all of those previous stuff, I still was kind of lost in this book. But basically, Thanos is dead now, and we're kind of picking up from there. So in this issue, all these intergalactic people have gathered together for this funeral for Thanos. And this guy who's giving the speech says, "Here we all are together, Kree, Skrull, Shi'ar, Asgardians, heralds, demons, pirate kings, united for today." They're there to kind of celebrate the death of Thanos, but then all of a sudden, this projection of Thanos shows up. Apparently Thanos, he recorded this message before he got killed, and then Thanos says, "I am sure there are a great number of you gathered here today to celebrate the passing of your greatest foe. You have been brought together to hear the final words of Thanos. However, this is untrue. Thanos prepares for everything. As such, I have taken measures to have my consciousness uploaded and implanted into the mind of another upon my untimely demise. That I will be unable to witness your scrambling horror to find my new body, to not be there to see you rip one another apart to prevent my final gauntlet. This is my only regret. Good luck." So Thanos has uploaded his consciousness somewhere out there in the universe into a new kind of host body, and Thanos may sort of come back from the grave this way. So all of these people are kind of debating what they should do and what body Thanos might take over. Number one suspect is perhaps Gamora, who's Thanos' daughter, and she kind of went crazy in Infinity Wars, so it could very well be her. But then all of a sudden, this Thanos ceremony is interrupted by these group called the Black Order, which are like Thanos' generals, and they attack this area, and they steal Thanos' body, which by the way, the head is missing. So they steal Thanos' body. Then there's all sorts of other commotion and attacks going on. Then there's some sort of weird space-time continuum, time warp situation happening. Then we also are following the Guardians of the Galaxy, and they have not made it to this meeting at all, and they've been questioned by the Nova Corps this entire time, and Nova Corps is asking them all sorts of stuff, and then somehow Beta Ray Bill gets thrown with the Guardians, as well as Cosmic Ghost Rider and a few other people they don't recognize, and they're sort of forming a new team. Then we jump back over to these Black Order group who have stolen Thanos' body, and they're bringing it to Hela, the goddess of death, and apparently she wants to resurrect Thanos from the dead, but they need his entire body, and they are currently missing his head, and that is how this issue ends. So I think there is a lot of interesting tidbits here. Like, I want to see this Thanos story play out, see if he gets brought back to life somehow. It's interesting seeing Hela, the goddess of death, thrown in here. This new Guardians of the Galaxy team might be worth checking out, but I just have to say I was very confused, and I found the writing to be kind of messy and not that well laid out. So there were a lot of aspects I did not like, but I'm intrigued for future issues, so I'm going to stick with it, but I'm going to give this issue a 6 out of 10.